Hey guys, ECRG here, back with another episode. As you can see by the title of this episode, it's When Should You Update Your Resume for Clinical Research? So this is a question I get a lot in the emails actually, is when should they update the resume? Is it better to wait after I get some more experience? Is it better to do it before? And we're going to tackle that today. I actually had someone email in and we had a nice discussion about this particular topic. So I wanted to bring this to you guys about when you should actually update your resume. Before we get into that, I want to let you guys know about our resume review program. So kind of going along with the topic of this episode, we do have a resume review program. So if you think you're ready to take your career to the next level in clinical research or looking to get your start in clinical research, we can help you achieve that. Email me eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com and we'll take it from there. So this person emailed in, they said, "Hey, ECRG, I came across your YouTube channel and I saw some very interesting and useful videos. I am currently looking forward to getting started into the clinical research industry for any entry-level role. I do not have any formal experience working in clinical research. However, I do have a pharmaceutical background. Therefore, I can say that I have some basic theoretical knowledge of clinical research. I am interested to get my resume reviewed and updated from your end. Can you please tell me how much it will cost me? I'm sending you a copy of my resume. Please take a look at it. I would love to have a small chat with you also, if you have some time. Thank you. FYI, I'm currently a student at a CRA academy, and I'm actively looking for a job into clinical research, but having no luck with my current resume, not even a single phone call. And I paid recently to get it updated." So thank you for this person emailing in, and there's a little bit more to the conversation, but first I'm going to address a couple of the things that they said. So they did want to have a small chat also. So that goes into the bucket of career consultation, which we do offer. So we can put a resume review and a career consultation package for you together if you're interested in that. What we have an elite package, which is included. So what's included in that elite package is you get your resume reviewed, you get a copy of your resume, you get a copy of the actual video of me going through your resume, and you get a consultation at the beginning where you're allowed to ask questions and answers with me. And also I ask you questions about your resume and background to see if there's anything missing that you may not have included that is great for clinical research specifically, because that is my specialty. I only do clinical research resume reviews. So I ask you questions about your background to make sure there's nothing missing, no pertinent, great information about your background that is not included on your resume, which happens a lot. And at the end, before your interview, we get a 45-minute interview. We get a 45-minute interview consultation also. So that comes with question and answers. We'll do a mock interview for the first part of it. We'll go over your answers and how to improve them for the second part of it. And then we'll go over my coveted research tips and tricks for securing the interview at the end. So it's a really good package, that elite package. So if you're interested in that package, email in and say you're interested in that elite package, because it's really the best bang for your buck with the other packages. So yeah, this person's not having any luck with their current resume. And, there could be a lot of reasons for that. But the thing we'll go on to the next part of this question before we discuss all of that. So they say, "Thanks for getting back to me. So far, no one has reviewed my resume yet at the CRA Academy they're attending. And they'll probably do that at the end of the internship. They say, currently I am actively looking for a job and getting no response from any of the employers to whom I applied for. Therefore, I thought there must be something wrong with my resume or something is being missed out. Do you think I should wait to finish my course and then have the resume updated? Or should I do it now since I'm actively in the job market? Please advise, I'm a little confused about this." So my usual recommendation is so if you're doing some kind of internship or something, you can apply now since you're not going to start the job until after the internship is completed. So what you want to do is see what you're going to be doing for those first couple days of the internship and then update your resume. You want to know exactly what kind of skills and experience you're going to have at the end of that internship, because at the end of the internship is when you're going to be interviewing for these jobs and applying for these jobs anyway. So you want to be able to speak to those. You want to be able to speak to those during your interview, during the application process. So you want to wait a few days so you know the language, so you know exactly what to add to your resume. And then you can start aggressively applying week 2, week 3, week 4 of the internship. And this is a process anyway. This process takes weeks before you, even if you were to apply on day 1, it would still take weeks, probably a month or over a month before you actually started your job. So this is a long process, but it takes weeks just in the application phase before you even are going to start getting interviews and getting calls back. That's just how the industry works. And especially in a time like this with coronavirus, some people may be in a hiring freeze. Some people may not be hiring at all. Some people may be hiring a lot. So it just depends on what kind of company you're applying for and which companies you're applying for. So it is very, very pertinent. And I always say you need to shoot for 200 jobs. So that's more important than ever before, is you need to be very, very aggressive in the application process. Applying. It's more important than ever before, because who knows how long this pandemic is going to last. So, when they say they haven't heard anything back, it could be they haven't applied to enough jobs. If they've only applied to 5 jobs, yeah, I'd say like 5 times out of 10, you're going to get an automatic response back, the next day or a couple of days later, saying they've already filled the position. So you have to make sure that you're applying to enough jobs before you say you're not having any luck. And, I'm willing to help gauge, because, it's disheartening if you've applied to a bunch of jobs, 10, 20 jobs, and you haven't heard anything back. You've been rejected from all of them. And then you start thinking, well, maybe there's something wrong. And that's where we can help, because I can look at your resume and say, okay, your resume is good enough to where it's going to interest some hiring managers and some recruiters. And I think that's where the doubt comes in, is where you don't know if your resume is good enough. And that's where we come in. We'll make sure it's good enough. We'll check it over, make sure that you have the right things on there that you should have. And we can also, help improve it. So I can see where that comes in, but you definitely want to make sure you're applying to enough jobs, and you definitely want to make sure that you're using your time wisely, because you don't want to be sitting there applying to a bunch of jobs when your resume is way off of what they're looking for. You don't want your resume to be way off of what they're looking for. So you just want to keep that in mind when you're applying also. So yeah, that's what typically when you do. If you're in an internship, any type of volunteer experience, any type of short-term contract job, you want to wait a few days, maybe a couple weeks, understand what you're really going to be doing and learning, and then add that to your resume. So if you're going to reach out to us to review your resume, I definitely want that internship experience on there, even if the wording's not 100% correct. Typically they give you some standard wording to add. What you can do is go on LinkedIn or see if they have the job posted that you're doing, and use that same language to apply to your resume, and we'll just tighten it up on our end. But that's typically what you want to do, and then you can start applying with that experience on your resume, because it's really the clinical research experience that's going to take you over the edge. If you have other experience, that's cool and that's great. As long as you have working experience, that's cool and that's great, but it's really that clinical research experience that they're really, really looking for. So you want to make sure you have that. So it's better to, wait for during the internship to start applying than if you don't. But like this person said, they do have pharmaceutical experience. So who knows what kind of pharmaceutical experience is that? They didn't really say. So could it be clinical research adjacent? That's even better. Could it be part of clinical research and they don't even know? It's possible. But it's great that they have pharmaceutical experience, at least working for a pharmaceutical company or working with the pharmaceutical company. That's fantastic. That's going to help you out a lot when we're applying for CROs and other pharmaceutical companies, because they like knowing that you have previous pharmaceutical experience. So that's going to help out a lot. So I think this person just needs a little tightening up, and they could definitely benefit from the resume review program. But it sounds like they're already getting their resume reviewed at the academy that they're at and they paid for. So I don't want somebody that's already, paid a lot of money to then come and pay me if they don't think it's going to be a ton of benefit. And I told them straight up when I responded to them. I said, look, it's up to you. I would definitely wait for the resume review that you already paid for. I'm not here just to take people's money. I want to make sure you're getting the most value that I can bring. But I definitely want to make sure that you go through their resume review first and see if that works. And then if it doesn't work, then you come to me, because I'm definitely going to get you right. Because I look at all aspects of the total application process. I'm looking at your resume. That's only a component. I'm looking at how you apply. I'm looking at where you apply. I'm looking at your application strategies. And then I'll even take it there. Once you get the phone interview and start interviewing with hiring managers, I'll take you through that process also. So I'm looking at the whole package, not just your resume. Whereas a lot of places, they just look at your resume and then kick you out the door, where I can guide you through applying, through which companies to apply for, how to apply, and different strategies to make sure that your application and your resume really stands out from the rest of the pack. So that's really what I offer. And I think that's why a lot of people reach out for the services that I offer, because they really do guide you step by step, or they can guide you step by step if you choose those packages. So hopefully this was helpful. Definitely want to make sure you guys are updating your resume at the appropriate time and really applying when it's of most benefit to you to apply. Remember, guys, stay aggressive out there. Don't get discouraged. It's a process to get into this industry, especially if you have no experience. It's a real process. So hope you guys are staying safe during the pandemic, and hopefully this episode really helped you guys out. Take care.